So one of the most common questions I get is like, yo, bro, how hard should I train, right? Like, how many reps? How heavy should I go? Should I just go heavy as shit every time, like Ronnie Coleman style, or should I, go really intense, like drop sets, supersets, failure type of stuff, like Dorian Yates kind of thing, right? So actually, those are probably bad examples, just because like, a lot of supplements are involved in that sense too, and their work ethic is insane. They're working towards really something, the highest level, right? So most of us, we're really not working towards that. We're kind of more towards like health, and I just want to look good for the beach, or like just get pretty jacked, right? So in that sense, and that's what I'm assuming the goal is for most of us, is like, just grow some muscle, look pretty good, get pretty jacked. That's the goal. And then second thing I assume is like most of us, the training age is like advanced, actually not advanced at all, more like beginner, like just getting started, or like intermediate kind of thing. I'm nowhere close to being advanced either, like not at all, right? So I'm not going to speak on that at all. So for us, like for starting out to intermediate, there's a decent amount of difference, but I'm going to just talk in a general sense, like how hard should we really train? So the first concept to keep in mind is tension, right? Time under tension, tension on the muscle. That's what makes the muscle grow. How much tension you put on the muscle, right? When you're doing a bicep curl, like, how much tension are you putting on the muscle? Over time, you put on more and more tension. That's how you kind of grow, right? That's the basic sense of it. And obviously, nutrition plays a big role in this, but I'm not going to speak on that too much, as I'm not really that, I don't know, my background in nutrition is not that great. So I'm going to be talking about training, how hard should we train to grow muscle kind of thing, right? Or, just get jacked. So first thing I want to kind of clarify is like, when we talk about time under tension, and then we talk about how heavy should I go, just think about that for a second. If we're going really heavy, we're doing like 1 or 2 reps at like the heaviest weight, we're not really putting the time part for the tension, right? We're not really under the load too long. Maybe it'll take like 10 seconds to do 2 reps. So that's where the time under tension kind of alludes to like more little higher reps for hypertrophy or to get jacked. But like the heavy lifts, the heavy strength part plays a big role in driving other exercises, right? So if you're really strong at the bench press, that you're 3 plates, like you can probably push a lot of weight on, like say cable flies, incline press, and you can drive more tension on the muscle because you can do more heavier weight for higher reps, right? Think about it in that sense. But that 2 reps directly may not drive as much hypertrophy or get you jacked, right? So first concept, tension, right? Time under tension, that's what makes you gonna grow. Think about that for a second, like what exercises do you feel the most tension with? What exercises do you feel like, holy shit, I got the insane pump, I was like really sore for the next few weeks kind of thing? Not weeks, hopefully a couple days. You don't want to be getting sore for weeks because you're basically like missing out on gains. But yeah, like for me, for example, if I do like 2 sets of Bulgarian split squats, my quads are fried. Or like 2 sets of bicep curls, my arms are like, holy shit, nice pump, right? Time to flex for IG. So think about tension in an overall sense, that's what's gonna grow muscle, right? Over time, more tension grows muscle. Okay, now finally getting into like how hard should I train actually in the gym, is think about like, there's 2 spectrums of it, right? You're not training hard enough, where like you're not putting enough stimulus on your body, so you're not gonna grow. You're putting too much stimulus on your body, so like your body's spending time recovering, so it's not gonna actually grow, and you might actually lose some muscle because it's spending so much time growing, right? So these are things like when people, I can't walk after my leg day for like a week. Yeah, you're missing out because you could probably hit more legs later on the week, but you couldn't because your body was still recovering, right? And your body only has one end, like storage that uses to recover all your whole body, right? So if your legs are fried and your body's using resources to recover your legs, you might be missing out on upper body gains that you've been lifting during the week too, right? Just think about that for a second. So 2 spectrums. Now in the middle, there's this general kind of baseline where people talk about is like the concept of RIR, like reps in reserve. Like think about every time you do exercise, every time you do a set, maybe do the set until you have like 1 rep or 2 reps left. You don't go until all the way to failure. Go until like you have 1 or 2 reps left in the tank, or 3 reps left in the tank, right? So that's called like 3 RIR, for example. So you're doing, say, bicep curls, you get a 10th rep, and you're like, I only have 2 more reps left. Okay, I'm gonna stop at 10 reps, right? So that'll be 2 RIR in that example, right? Or squats, you're doing like 8 reps, and you're like, okay, I can probably have 2 more, but I'm gonna stop at this 8 level. You don't wanna go entirely failure because you're gonna kind of miss out on the overall gains during the week in a sense, right? Because your body will be spending time recovering. So that's the baseline, like 1 to 3 RIR, maybe 5 RIR, some people talk about. but if you still want to go to failure, like I would say like maybe small exercises like, you know, like lateral raises, bicep curls, tricep push downs, that kind of stuff. You can maybe go till failure, and kind of just, you know, kill it, right? Or rear delts, for example. So that's the first kind of baseline rule is like, okay, how hard should I go? Don't try to go to failure every single time. It's not really the most efficient, especially for the big exercises. Go until you have 1 or 2 reps left in the tank, right? And then second point is like there's two sides of how should you progress, right? So it's like, one side is like, say you start off with 3 RIR in the first week of your workout plan. So you're doing every exercise till 3 RIR. And then you're doing 3 reps left every single time. And over time, you'll kind of find out what your 3 RIR looks like. It might change every like cycle. And then second week, you go till 2 RIR. Third week, you go to like 1 or 0 RIR, right? So you progress in RIR in a sense, where you go closer to failure as your workout plan progresses. And then fourth week, maybe you take a deload kind of thing, right? Or there's another approach where you like start with 2 RIR and every week you just progress on weight just a little bit, or like reps just a little bit every single week, right? So progressing in that sense, and you go until like your progress stagnates, like you're not getting good enough pumps anymore, you're feeling more tired, your strength is not going up anymore, right? And then you take like a deload where you lower the volume a bit, overall volume, overall load, and then you start up again with like the first week stuff, except just a little heavier. And then you kind of repeat, right? The getting jacked part is consistency, repeating the shit over and over again, right? So that's the really basic sense of it. And keep in mind, like there's lots of different approaches of this. Like you've seen all kinds of training on Instagram, all kinds of training, like online research shows, like, or like if you just Google what workout plan, like all these workout plans look different. So the way I like thinking about it is like, since especially like I'm assuming that we're whatever beginner to intermediate kind of thing, choose like 2 to 3 or 4 exercises per body part and get really good at them and just progress for a long time on them. And don't kill yourself on the exercise every single time. Don't think about too many variations for like say chest, whatever. If your chest flies works, sick, you'll keep that, progress on that. Bench works, you'll sick, progress on that. Squats work, you'll bless, work on that. Bulgarian, you'll stick to that, right? Choose 3 to 4 exercises per body part and just get really good at them. That way, like, you actually drive more tension on the muscle. Because that's another thing, right? Like, if you're not good at the exercise, it's going to be tough driving the tension for the exact muscle. So yeah, I know I rambled on a lot. Like, I was trying to make this a quick Instagram video, but, there's a lot that goes into this, and, like, I didn't even cover a lot of details, so it still ended up being a long video. So I'll probably post it on YouTube. I don't know why I said I'll post it on YouTube if you see this on YouTube, but yeah, I hope that helped. So basically, summarizing again, main thing is tension on the muscle, and then don't go till fully failure every single week because you're not going to be as efficient because your body will be spending resources recovering, not growing in a sense. And then go just a little close to failure, like 1 or 2 reps left in the tank, and then progress over time. And then once you feel performance is stagnating, kind of start again from the first week with like maybe a little heavier load, and then work your way back a bit and then start again. Repeat, and then flex on IG. That's pretty much it. Hope this helped. Okay, take it easy.